Battlefield has just released one of the largest patch notes for the open beta. 33 pages of notes, images, tables and screenshots. There is a lot of information to digest, so I thought I'll focus on gunplay, TTK and the weapon changes that you can expect to see in the open beta. Starting off with the weapon changes, the STG-44's output damage is unchanged. It will still inflict 27 damage per shot and keeps its 4-bullet TTK potential. This should allow the STG-44 to compete with SMGs, semi-automatic rifles and SLRs. However, recoil changes will make it somewhat harder to use when tap firing. The initial vertical recoil has been increased by 0.12, but the overall maximum vertical recoil has been decreased by 0.10. This should make it in theory harder to tap fire the STG at its maximum rate of fire whilst being highly accurate. The Gewehre 43 will get a similar recoil adjustment to the STG 44. The initial vertical recoil has been increased by 0.2, the maximum vertical recoil by 0.5, and when firing at the maximum rate of fire, the vertical recoil will increase by 0.4 per shot. This will make it almost twice as hard to control the recoil when firing at the maximum rate of fire when you compare it to the alpha stats. Furthermore, the Gewehre 43 keeps its minimum damage of 34 and loses its ability to kill with one headshot and one body shot at any range. Its 2-shot TTK ability will now be limited to 50 meters, and the main reason for that is to stop it from outclassing the 2-hit kill ZH-29. The Kar 98 will return to its original bullet velocity of 700, but its maximum damage has been reduced from 80 to 75. The damage drop off end has also been reduced from 80 to 60 meters, meaning that every hit on target beyond 60 meters will only inflict the bare minimum unless you get a headshot. The goal of the nerf is to reduce the amount of body shot kills on wounded players because of the attrition system. Both the EMP and the MP40 have received an increase in range. Its 6-bullet TTK has been extended from 35 meters to 50 meters, and its 7-bullet TTK has been extended from 50 to 70 meters. This should make the STG slightly more competitive at medium range. However, both initial vertical recoil and maximum vertical recoil has been increased slightly, making it a little bit harder to use. The Bren's output damage has been reverted back to Alpha 1 stats, but will now have less horizontal recoil and 100 milliseconds quicker ADS time. From my experience, the recoil was hard to control in both alphas, and the slow ADS time left you at a serious disadvantage in gunfights, so this should be a welcome change by many. For the P38 pistol, the rate of fire has been increased from 299 to 359, and slight adjustments were made to increase its aimed accuracy. The patch notes also included a TTK table comparing Battlefield 5 weapons to Battlefield 3 and 4. From the stats we can tell that the KP31 has the second fastest TTK up to 15 meters, beating all other weapons on the list apart from the AN94. The STG-44 and the MP40 are relatively close to Battlefield 3 and 4's TTK, but still struggle to compete head to head, and that may be due to the average lower rate of fire for World War II weapons. In terms of headshot TTK, both the MP40 and the STG severely lag behind the rest, and DICE may potentially further tweak the body multipliers. Surprisingly, DICE have also included an unnamed weapon in the table. The unknown assault weapon has a better TTK than the STG and the MP40 by 100 milliseconds or more. If I had to speculate, the unnamed weapon could potentially be the M2 Carbine, a fully automatic version of the M1 Carbine with a rate of fire of roughly 800 rounds per minute and comes with a 30 round box magazine. It was introduced by the US in response to the Germans' widespread use of the STG-44 and could potentially be the next best weapon in Battlefield 5. So those are all the weapon changes coming to Battlefield 5's open beta. Let me know your thoughts down below and what weapons you're looking forward to use the most. Leave a like and I'll see you later. Take care.